Hello, this is Steve again. If you are interested to take up the challenge to do the cinema app and got stuck with it, here I am to give you some tips on how you can get started. I think you can get started by looking into the admin portion. This is so-called admin, not exactly the admin module, but I come up with this menu, the options, so that if you could get started with some of these function, it will help you for this cinema app. Basically, these are the functions you can try to get started with. For example, you can start to create some models to store the data for this app. We can have a model for user, movies, hall, and so on. So once you have the model, you can start to initialize some sample data to seed some sample data. Before that, let me show you what it looks like if I haven't run the 0A option to initialize data for user. Let me clear all the data first, and then I enter option 2A. Okay, you will see nothing for this user data. And if I initialize data for user, I'll be able to see some sample data added into the in-memory collection. You can store it using a list or using the iCollections. These are the username, to user hard-coded. You have the movies. Okay, I have 3 movies here: Avengers, Justice League, and The Matrix. Each movie will have its own release date. Number 3 will be the hall. In one cinema, there will be many halls. So for these options, I will have 2 halls in this cinema, and each hall will have its own number of seats. The hall number 1 will have 40 seats, while hall number 2 will have 30 seats. Movie hall. Basically, this movie hall will be what are the movies available for each hall for a particular date and time. So for example, for this movie, The Avengers, you will watch it on this date, 9th of March. What time? 10:30 a.m. In which hall? In hall number 1. Same movie, same date, but different time. This is 6:45 p.m. in hall number 1 as well. And we have the Justice League movie on the same date, different time, and different hall. Movie hall details. Each hall will have many seats, and this option will basically create all the seats and the seat status for that particular movie for that particular date time. So from here you can see that all the seats are generated for this particular table, not exactly a table that I store in the database. Basically, I store all in the memory. So according to, if you still remember just now, I show you all the halls. For hall number 1, there are 40 seats. Hall number 2, there are 30 seats. So you need to be able to write the code to generate all these 40 seats. So for each seats that you generate, you can assign a status. By default, all the seats are empty the first time you create it. The first number here will be the row, and the second integer here is referring to the column. So first row, first column, first row, second column. So for this hall, there are 4 rows and 10 columns. So the same goes for the same hall, but different time. This is 10:30 a.m. This is 6:45 p.m. So the reason why we have this duplicate set of data is because this allows customer or user to book the seats in advance. Here we have the second hall. The second hall will show another movie, Justice League, for the same date but different time. So here you can see that the seats generated will follow the number of seats for that particular hall. The last option that I want to show is this option, generate sample taken seat. What this option basically does is it will basically choose a random number of seats, probably like 30% out of the 40 seats, and let's say 12 seats, to change it from empty seats to taken. Basically, this is just simulations. It is definitely not the functions that the customer is going to use just to simulate the reality, to make it real, to make it realistic. So if you look at it again, some of the seats will be T, referring to taken. It is randomly selected. This is 13T, over here 15T. Alright, so I hope that this will give you a little bit of tips or some sort of a visualization that you can that will help you to do this cinema app. So all the best and good luck.